Mortgage fraud. Let's talk about it. Hey y'all, I'm Deanna, VP of Mortgage Lending at Rate in Clarksville, Tennessee, and I've been in the business a little over 12 years, so I've seen a lot during that time, but one thing that seems to be getting more and more prevalent is mortgage fraud. So let's talk about what that looks like. It seems like people think that they're going to be able to tell this little white lie and it's going to be no big deal. But I can assure you the federal government thinks it's a very big deal. So much so that everyone that applies for a loan signs a document that basically says they're acknowledging that mortgage fraud is investigated by the FBI and is a federal crime, and it's punishable by up to 30 years in prison and or up to a $1 million fine. So that's a pretty big deal. There are a lot of different types of mortgage fraud. So you've got occupancy fraud, asset fraud, income fraud, wire fraud, just to name a few. So let's go over just a couple of examples. Let's talk about occupancy fraud. So occupancy fraud would be if you say, hey, I'm gonna live in this, so you buy it as a primary residence, but you really don't have any intentions of living in the property and you want it to buy it for a rental purposes or investment purposes. That is occupancy fraud. And there are different rules for investment properties versus primary residences, which is why you have to be very honest about what your intentions are with the property up front so that we can make sure we're abiding by all of the rules. Income and asset fraud could be altering bank statements to show you have more money in the bank, or maybe you altered your pay stub to show you make more money. You could have a job offer letter for a job you have no intention of starting or that doesn't actually exist. We have to do third-party checks for all of these things. So you're going to get caught. And that's not to say that there are some lenders that won't let it slide. There are some lenders that don't pay as close of attention, that you could probably get by with it, but that's still mortgage fraud and you could both be liable in that case. You also can't sign documents on someone else's behalf if you don't have a power of attorney or without their knowledge. That's also considered mortgage fraud. So moral of the story, be honest and upfront with your lender in the first place. They'll be able to guide you to the right product for you based on your living situation, your income situation, and how much money you have in the bank. So thanks for listening, and I will see y'all next time.